Hey, it's Tricia Robinson. Today I want to talk about why not me. But I don't want to really talk about me. I want you to be thinking to yourself, why not me? So I decided to play a little bit with the filters here on Facebook just to have a little bit of fun. So if you are joining me, feel free to drop a line in, let me know where you're coming from. And even on the replay, because I do go back and read all of the comments. So thank you for joining. Listen, last night I was hit 3 ways from 3 different people. I was listening to a call called The Deep Abyss, and it was my mentor, Diane Hockman, just talking about her story and where she had started and where she had come. And the big thing about it is she was like, why not me? Why can't I be successful? And when she told her story to me, it really, really spoke to me. Now, if you don't know Diane, you can look her up on the internet. I mean, she's, the attraction marketing queen, somebody that I tend to follow. But she was going on and on about where her life was. She was 100 pounds overweight. She had $40,000 worth of credit card debt. She still had other bills to pay, and she was working at a supermarket, like mopping floors. And now she's a multimillionaire, internet sensation, and hugely successful, training people, serving the network marketing business world. But she got there because she looked at herself in the mirror and decided, why not me? Why can't I go out and have a piece of that? And she could. And she struggled, and it was painful. But she decided she would, and she did. So during the call, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to turn this off because you won't be able to see some of the other things that I... All right. So during the call, what she decided was she made a point in her mind to say, enough's enough. I'm not going to live this life. I want a future for my family. I want my kids to go to college. I'm going to put the effort in I need to be successful. But during the call, she was telling her audience, why not you? And so she told us on the call, write down why not me. And she's a pretty smart lady. So she's like, during the call, she's like, half of you are not going to write this down. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to be part of that half. She's like, 2 of you are going to write this down. Well, maybe I was one of those 2 because I wrote down, why not me? What's my excuse? You see, I don't have any excuses. I don't have huge credit card debt. I am not 100 pounds overweight. I am not working in some place at night to be able to feed my kids. I don't have a good excuse to not do what I need to do, to surround myself with the kinds of people I need to be as successful as I want to be. But I understand there's a huge range between where Diane started and kind of probably where you or I are. There's a huge range, right? So I have 0 excuse for not being where I want to be because there's somebody who had it worse than me who nailed it. She nailed it. And the other thing I want to share with you is I'm reading a book by Ray Hayden called Vibrational Money Immersion. And she said this as well. They were taught by some of the same teachers. So things that are very important. Part of this book just talks about you need to have the desire. And if you're already successful, you can't be complacent. You can't be like, yeah, I made it. I don't have to do anything more. No, you still have to work. You still have to contribute or it'll go away. So the 4 things that he said to develop persistence. 1, you have to have a definite purpose backed by a burning desire for its fulfillment. So if you don't have a burning desire to achieve what it is you want to achieve, guess what? You're most likely going to give up. Because you're going to go through a ton of hard stuff before you're actually getting to where you want to be. Next, step 2 is a definite plan expressed in continuous action. So desiring something, it's not enough. You need to write it down and come up with a plan. It doesn't have to be an hourly plan. It can just be like you have a goal before the end of the year. Like, okay, it's August, December. What do I want to achieve by December? And maybe a monthly thing, or a weekly thing. Here's what I want to do every single week. And what I like to do, and this is what Ray talks about as well, is you start with a huge goal. And then you kind of pull it out and make a smaller goal. Okay, if I want to speak on a stage here, what do I have to do to build the skills to get here? Well, I would need to speak in front of a smaller audience here. Okay, in order for me to get here, what do I need to do? And he kind of backtracks it. And then once you figure out the smallest thing that you need to do to eventually get you to the big goal, you keep nailing it. You keep making weekly progress to get to that goal. And so you realize, I've mastered this skill. Now I can move to the next one. And you master those skills until you get to the next goal. And eventually you're going to get to what your big top goal is. And then you can come up with a new big top goal. So step 2 is you need to have a plan. Step 3, and this is a lot of what Diane Hawksman talks about in the Deep Abyss calls that I listen to, a mind closed tightly against all negative and discouraging influences. This is a tough one. I mean, you may have friends and family or just people that you know that are going like, you're never going to make it. Whatever, okay? Who cares what they think? You have to close your mind to the people that are being negative to you. Get up and leave the room if you need to. You have to figure out a way to not let any negative influences penetrate you, because you need all the strength that you have to be able, and the strength, the burning desire, and a plan to be able to get to where you want to go. And the last thing is, that Ray talks about in his book, is a friendly alliance with one or more persons who encourage one to follow through with both plan and purpose. So basically what they're talking about is a mastermind, right? So you need to fill your mind daily with positivity, with good knowledge, right? So if you're watching junk, guess what's going into your brain? Nothing that's helping you, right? So if you really want to achieve something that is something that you had no idea how you're going to do, you need to arm yourself with the knowledge and the positivity that is going to help you through all of the difficult times you're going to face and still get to where you want to go. So it starts with 1, a burning desire. 2, a plan to help you get there. 3, you gotta separate yourself from the negative forces and the negative people in your life. And 4, you have to surround yourself with the positive people, the people who are going to provide knowledge and encouragement to help you get you where you want to go. Even if it's just an audio that you're listening to, a podcast that you're listening to, something positive. I have met a lot of people online who've said to me the reason why they are where they are is because they fill themselves up. They boost their self-confidence through, some people are religious and so they listen to sermons, and some people are not religious but they listen to, Jim Rohn or some of the other greats out there. Figure out what it's going to take for you to give you the energy, the positive energy that you need to be able to work your plan. So that's what I have for you this happy Saturday. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care. And oh, by the way, I am running a free Facebook Live group starting on Monday. So if you haven't had a chance to sign up for the Facebook Live group, please make sure you go ahead and sign up. Take care and have a great rest of your day.